Hey guys, Sinnix here. Welcome in. Time for another podcast. I have Mr.Moon here, and we're gonna talk about a whole bunch of shit.
Yo.
Yes. Um, I've done a podcast in a couple months, to be honest, but I usually just start by we talk about things, and we're already kind of talking about like some role play stuff. But Mr. Moon, I
Yo.
already have a big question for you. Uh, what was your first like big RP experience?
Interesting. Well, it would be in a game called Reign of Kings was when like the official role playing in my life started. Um I started off doing stuff in DayZ, but I never thought like role play wasn't really a thought in my mind. I was just kind of I didn't know what I was doing. I was like making little videos, trying to be I don't know, just make interesting content. But, like, role playing was, like it wasn't a thought, it wasn't anything that was really being shown on Twitch, and I had nothing I had no idea about it really. I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I was just dicking around, and so it evolved into that when, yeah, Reign of Kings came out, which was a cool medieval we were actually just talking about it. A cool little medieval type game, which was a lot of fun,
That game
and
was
yeah.
I actually thought for a while that like because I watched your videos a long time ago on YouTube of the early Daisy stuff. I remember vividly that I was sitting at my house. I had just got I actually had just got like evicted from a place because of a bad roommate, and so I was at my mom's
Yep,
house,
because
and
of a bad roommate,
yeah,
sure.
this guy owed like a thousand
Understandable.
dollars in rent, so it was pretty bad. But
Son of a bitch.
so I'm sitting there at my mom's place, sleeping on the couch, and my friend Hunter comes over. He's like, "Dude, I gotta show you this." And he shows me some Daisy stuff because I didn't play Daisy yet. I didn't even know what Daisy was. And he shows me some of your videos on Daisy. I'm like, "This is fucking awesome. This is great. I want to play Daisy. I want to watch this stuff." And
Oh, nice.
so I thought that was like kind of like that's what I thought RP was in the beginning too. By the way, I didn't know what RP was
Well,
yet.
I know people kept telling me that. They're like, "Great role play, man." I'm like, what are these guys talking about? Role
Uh,
play? I'm not a nerd."
what is
No.
this, Dungeons and Dragons?
I was like, "We're
um,
not role playing." No, but yeah, yeah, that's cool.
this is serious life right here. He's got a gun I want.
This is just who I am.
um, yeah, like I saw that and I was like, this is pretty cool. I'm growing into this. Um, and so I got into DayZ. Then I started like we'd handcuff people and we'd like kind of like mess around for a bit and be like, cool. I saw somebody else do this. Let's do this. And I saw like Jam Jar's like videos of him like capturing people and then like giving them ultimatums basically. And that's like the next thing
Yeah,
I saw, and I was like, that was
he did a
pretty
great
cool.
little game show called, what was it called? Surprise something demise. It was a cool little game show where we'd lock people in a garage. There'd be, those long garages they got in Daisy.
Yeah,
So, or there'd be, it wouldn't be locking people in it. There, so the people you would get random people to stand in front of the garages and they'd pick a door. And so in one of the doors, there'd be like an awesome, like AK or something or an M4, or there'd be like a guy standing in there and they'd fucking just shoot him in the face. So, it was cool. It was cool.
I don't think I've seen that one yet. I kind of like vaguely remember something like that, but I don't think I've seen
It's
it.
like surprise something demise. Oh, prize. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't
Prize,
matter.
surprise, demise, or something like that. Yeah,
You
yeah. It
win,
was
you
cool. You can
lose.
find it. You'll have to
Um,
check it out.
he actually gave me an idea for a video I wanted to do. I wanted to go into an RP, like not RPC, but I want to go to like a regular server, get hella geared, hide my gear in a crate because you can make crates now, and like give a quest to some random player. Be like, bring me back 10 human meat, you get gear. You know, kind of like that, and see if they do that.
Yeah.
And be like, and just see the reaction. They're like, yeah, here's all this gear, here's night vision. And they're like, what the fuck? I only had to like kill like 6 people for this. I thought it'd be kind of fun to see that, but I figured it'd be a lot of trouble too, where I just get headshot a lot because I'm setting up
It's
my own
always
thing.
try. Yeah, yeah. That's the risk you play when you're doing Daisy shit.
Standing next to a bus stop like a quest giver.
Yeah,
Um,
or sell goods at a bus stop. See how that works out for you.
yeah, they kill
That
you,
wasn't
take
easy.
everything.
Yeah.
um, about Reign of Kings though, that game had so much potential, and they dropped that like a hard stone. Like
Yeah,
that.
that development companies is they are assholes and fuck them, in my opinion.
I agree. I remember seeing the day I read the I watched videos about it. I watched people talking about like how they just dropped another game and people were like really into it. Like and like the thing that sucks is like if they would have stuck with that, Brandon Kings would probably still be as popular as Rust today if they stuck with
Maybe,
it.
maybe if they, it's possible. It's possible.
Because they left it kind of like almost finished. Like they could have added way more to it and it would have been like a pretty nice game of a couple more maps. But uh I think that's when I started kind of getting the RP a little bit too. It was like I saw that you were playing on a server and I was like, I want to role play as a king. And
Yeah.
I got onto the server and I became the king through espionage. And we ended up tricking people to fight each other. Because we're like, one night we like offline raided someone and they're like, who did this? I'm like, I heard it was the Bush guys. And then like they started fighting each other and then like they all died. And we're like, I guess I'm king now.
Yeah,
And
I mean, yeah, that's how you do it. You want to be a king? Just call yourself a king.
we went up
You'll get
there.
followers, or you'll people will just kill you, and you won't be a king.
Yeah, that goes pretty quick. I would go around to all the other nations, be like, I have like a guy playing a flute with behind me, walking up the castles, just like, I want to see my people of the land. Show me who lives here. It ain't always go well.
It's that's interesting. Fuck, that I hate talking about Rena Kings just because of how disappointed I was the way that the devs handled the game. And yeah, that was their second game. I think they did another one called, I believe it was called Star Forge, where they came out with it and dropped that one too. And then they did Heat after Reign of Kings, and they did the same exact thing. It's a scam. It's a scam development company,
I
which
wonder
is
if they
sad.
got like sued for that or something. I feel like they probably ended up getting some
I don't
consequences
know.
at
It's
some
like
point.
two guys working out of a basement, and they put together everything they need to get their shit on Steam, and somehow they magically created a game that was actually fucking cool, which was Reign of Kings. And yeah, I don't know what the reason for it was. I haven't been able to find, like, I've looked them up. I haven't been able to find them like speaking ever anywhere publicly. It would be interesting to hear what they have to say for themselves.
What we need right now is a good medieval game that has good medieval combat, like Mordhau, that also takes into account for armor as well, and then have a light base building atmosphere to it as well, where you can kind of like, but like base building where it takes a long time to build, so it's not like there's 50,000 bases everywhere and within a week.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, if they could have, it could be done. You look at Skyrim graphics, like that would even be like more than okay with people who like survival type building games. And if you could build like your little, houses in that type of environment and still have great combat, think of how immersive and great that would be.
I just love the idea of being like, we ride for justice. These people have been a plague on our folks for so long. You know, just like it's like rallying up your men in a line, like charge into battle with everybody. And it's just like the build up to like a good war and like try to role play like why like different kingdoms warred or did not war with each other because of like resources and food and things like that.
Dude, Rockstar needs to make a medieval game. Rockstar should get on this shit.
Dude, if
Because
they
honestly, I was extremely surprised with how fun the melee. I know the melee isn't perfect or anything in Red Dead, but it's a lot of fun, and I was surprised to see that in there because there was never good melee combat in any of the GTA's.
it's pretty decent actually. I've had a lot of fun. I figured out how to fist fight finally, and I figured out how to counter because I had an issue where I'd choke people and then I'd win. I'm like, I didn't mean to choke them. I just wanted to punch them, and I didn't realize like E was like grapple, something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
And so I'd like randomly push E,
it's pretty
F, and
basic.
R. But
Yeah.
I figured it out, and I beat up Pinky inside a tavern the other day because I guess Pinky had been talking about my wife in game, and then like Jamjar was there telling my character and character like, yeah, Pinky had a shirt off in front of your wife, and then Pinky was like, I asked Pinky to explain himself, and he kept digging his hole deeper, and my character beat the shit out of him. It was fucking great.
I like that guy. I've got a couple run-ins with him.
He's great. I have been watching his streams a lot lately, and they've been pretty entertaining. And
Yeah,
it's just
yeah, he's good. He's good.
he's like good comedic relief, but I've also seen him in positions where he's like kind of serious as well. Something of Kruger. Have you met Kruger yet?
Uh, I'm terrible with names.
He's like the
Maybe.
Russian guy who like refers to himself in the third person sometimes.
I don't think so. Then I haven't met a Russian.
He's around. He's a really good character. If you meet him, you'll understand. He's comedic, but man, when he gets serious, it's like this the change in the atmosphere is so good. Um,
Yeah,
Let me tell you a
you feel
story.
it.
Uh, I was playing a character. I was playing Nicholas O'Brien, and I don't know if your character's heard about this yet. If it hasn't, then I don't think he would because it's just not really. It was just a totally different like story strain there. Uh, One of my friends in the game that I was trying to help out, and he's like a slave who has PTSD, and so he'd have moments where he sit out in the rain, think he's a slave again, and would be like, "Thomas, come back inside. We ain't those people. We're friends. You're family." Trying to get back inside, and he's like thinking we're gonna whip him and stuff like that. It was really sad.
Oh Jesus,
And we get him back inside finally, but like he's going through these moments where,
spicy stuff.
yeah, he loses himself. And he told me at one point, he made a threat. He's like, "You ever make Minnie cry again?" Because they're like brother and sister type like relationship there. He was gonna do something to me, and I took the threat very seriously. And so he comes into the tavern I'm in, and I point a gun. And I was like, "Can we be civil? Can we be civil?" And he wouldn't answer my question. I was about to shoot him in the face, and then someone else pulls a gun on me, like someone who's not even part of the situation. And I put my gun away because I don't want to get shot in the head too. And I made a mistake. I turned my back to him, and I was talking to Minnie, and I was apologizing to her because I made her cry and stuff like that. And he stabs me in the throat. And I was just like, shit. And it was like, oh my god. And it was so intense.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean that's great shit.
yeah, it was so good. And I was like, damn, that built up quick.
Is what's her name? Mademoiselle, I think, who plays Minnie, right?
Yes,
Is she? Are you guys still doing that whole wife thing? Because I saw she was playing a doctor too.
she plays three characters right now, and
Oh
so
my god, how do you? What the hell?
well, we play Minnie. She plays Minnie the most, and then like when I'm like I don't feel like playing right now, and I'm not playing Nicholas, and we did all the role play. She just switched to a different character for a bit. I play Bandit occasionally on the side, but I don't know how she does three. I can see two, but three is like holy shit. Um, I think she just did a 24-hour stream too. Like she's like dead asleep right now.
24 hours, no fun.
Yeah, I did this a couple of times, and I don't think I can ever make another 24-hour stream again.
No, not a fan. Not a fan of them. Because yeah, I don't know.
My art,
It's too much, man. You get tired. You get tired, and then it's like, what the hell am I doing? This can't be entertaining. I'm fucking tired. Why am I doing this to myself? Fuck 24-hour streams.
yeah, I lose so much character towards the end when I'm tired. I don't know what to say anymore. I'm not even thinking. I like you'll talk at me, but I didn't hear it at
Yeah,
all.
it's just in one ear and out the other.
Yeah, and then the
That's
next,
how I am most of the time when I'm not even tired, though.
I mean, sometimes people just don't have good things to say. You're just like, okay, that doesn't add anything. But yeah, I'm literally hooked on Red Dead right now. Like, there's no other game I want to play. I haven't even finished the story yet. I've been trying to play the story occasionally. To like,
No, I know. I haven't finished it either. People, shame on us. I agree because I know everybody loves it and it's such a great story. But I'm just so addicted to like making our own stories, and we got this great role playing server. So I mean, this is it right now.
it is, what's a weird feeling? How reversed like. So you play a good game, you play through the story like that storyline was so good. But my storyline has been my RP, and it's like the reverse feeling of me getting to the game. Like I didn't see like the intro to the game first. I got into RP. This is the world. I got into some crazy moments with Caleb West, and that was my story to Red Dead. And I saw the world and its graphics and its immersiveness. That was my first whole scene to it. Then play a story.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh, And so I'm
The
playing this.
graphics are on another level. It's so good.
It adds so much to it. And like also there's all the small little animations between things. Like when you tackle someone, you're running, you fall down a cliffside, you slide. Like that adds a lot to the video as well. Like there's a part in one of my videos where I'm running from Caleb because I think he just killed two men. And I didn't know they deserved it. And I'm like running from him, but I'm purposely choosing the route where I can kind of slide down the hillside a bit and like look panicked. And it's like it just looks so cool. It was great.
Yeah, this game it blows GTA out of the water. out of the water. I don't know if you got it. Did you ever do GTA RP?
I didn't get to actually. I still want to. I want to
Yeah. I
play.
mean, it's still huge. It's still huge on Twitch, but it's not my thing anymore. This is the new age.
The Age of Price. uh,
Just this world is much more fun in my opinion. I've been wanting a Western to RP in for like ever.
this is the first time I didn't think I was gonna get too into it, and I started out. I was like, okay, let's see how immersive I can get. I'm gonna do a good Christian boy to start out with, someone who follows his religion, and one thing I didn't think about was that when you could have told me in character that he's like, women don't even get to vote yet. I'm like, holy shit, he's right about that. I didn't even
Yeah,
think
yeah.
about that aspect.
I went off on your wife.
Uh,
That was hilarious.
that was
She's
great too. My
probably wants
character
to get
was
me now.
about to hit you, but you had a gun in
Yeah,
your hand.
yeah. I was
And,
actually kind of testing you there to see like how you're gonna react to it.
yeah,
I didn't go too far, but yeah,
he's
that was
pulled
fun.
in. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. He was pulled in so many directions, so it's like I just almost died a couple times. I was like, I don't know if I can attack this man just yet and risk my life again.
Yeah.
uh, by the way, back on GTA, I haven't got to play it yet, but I do want to play like a roughed up punk kid living in like Los Santos and hating everybody. Like that's like the story I want to do for that, but it's so far in the back burner.
That could be fun, man. Yeah, you can have a lot of fun in GTA, especially if you haven't done it before. I role played in it for years, so that's why I kind of like say like this is the new, this is what I'm into now, and I have no interest of doing GTA anymore. But if you haven't done it before, it's definitely something you should experience because it's amazing how far it's come, and they got huge servers, 100+ man servers. There's so much RP everywhere. There's great mechanics they've added. There's awesome jobs. It's crazy how good it is, really. Like I might talk a little shit on it, but it really is impressive how far it's come. And I can't wait for Red Dead to get on that level of
Oh yeah,
advancement.
I really want to see the 32 slots up to at least 60 soon. I mean, I'm sitting here like all the people I've gotten into the server and all the people I have stories with right now, all can't be on one server right now, and it's driving me nuts.
Yeah, I know it sucks, and I'll tell you, we when GTA first, when 5M was starting to get going, we got into like me and a group of friends that I play with got into GTA RP really early. It was 24 man servers when we first started doing GTA RP.
Really,
And
it's really small.
yeah, it was rough. It was rough. It was like shit, but we were like having all this great RP. We're like, man, this is so good. And look at it now. 2 years later, it's 100+ man servers. It takes time. It takes time. I forget how long it took them to move the slots up to like 64. It was 24 when we started, then it moved up to 32. And we're like, oh, 32, this is great. More people, more people. We just want more people. And yeah, then it moved up to 64. It's a slow process, man. So I don't know how long it's going to take for Red Dead to get on that level because this is the beginning. We're in at the ground level here of RP with Red Dead.
I'm so glad
So it's
I
only going to get
asked.
better.
Yeah, I'm so glad I asked you, like where everyone's RPing at, because I was like, I don't know what to do now. I lost my last good character on TRZ, and I want something new, and I feel extremely lucky to got onto this server because now it's just like what 100 applications open during when they're open, and they get 2,000 apps in the first 2 hours. That's intense.
Yeah. 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 It's tough. But
And
that's the thing. It's with the popularity of it is good because there's a lot of other people working on other role play servers. So there's going to be a lot more places to go. And we're going to see a lot of different modding and see how different servers are doing their Red Dead stuff. So it's gonna be interesting. The next 6 months is going to be interesting stuff.
didn't they just get to this point too? I saw that you were playing, or I heard that you were playing on like public servers of like Discord. I heard that from Thunderlong that you guys were kind
Yep.
of doing that. That sounds like
Yeah,
it could
we
be
were
kind of
trying
rough.
to. Oh yeah, it was. I couldn't. I mean, I enjoyed it. Because we were all doing it. Jam. They actually brought all their characters from Red Dead Online to here. So they got the whole gang together again. And yeah, we were doing a lot of role play on Red Dead Online. And it was, it wasn't as immersive as I would like. Because, the voice chat isn't good. All I wanted was Rockstar to be like, yo, like, just put in like proximity VoIP. That's all we need. And this, we can make awesome stories about this on Red Dead Online. But, they're never going to do that. I don't like the way they handle Red Dead Online at all.
I haven't played it at all,
It's
so I have no idea.
Yeah, it's a fucking mess. There's hackers everywhere.
It sounds about right.
Rarely gets updated. It's just like it's a little cash shop for them because people buy clothes with you can put your real money into your account and unlock the jobs and unlock other shit, and it's just not meant for RP at all. It's just a little cash shop for them. They don't pay that much attention to it.
Do you think people will ever get like wise to not buying stuff like that? I feel like I know there's a lot of people who are angry about it, but I don't know if there's enough people be like, I don't want this transaction bullshit. Like I'm done buying games that do this. Like I hope that
No, because I mean, if you don't want it, then don't buy it. Like, it's totally up to the person buying the shit. It's on them. So, you know.
I have a lot of respect for games that don't do that when they like new games that come out. Like it's mostly just indie developers for the most part because it's like I myself get so annoyed seeing micro there we go microtransactions
Well,
everywhere.
if they're gonna give you an edge in the game, yes. But Red Dead didn't do it too bad. Because you weren't really, I mean, hard to say, but it's as long as it's not affecting this the evenness of the gameplay, like it's not pay to win. You're not, if you have real money, you can't buy the best, you know what I'm saying? Like the best gun and make it uneven.
Yeah,
As long as you can earn that for free. I don't know. It's you got to look at it at the business standpoint. They're not going to stop doing it because it's such a huge cash grab for them.
yeah,
So it's pointless to even like try and get them to stop or be like, you shouldn't do this. It's just no point because they make so much money off it. Look at like skins for CS:GO. Like people like changing the way they look. And so in any chance they can make money off of just doing simple clothing and shit like that or skins, they're not going to ever stop doing that.
I tell you a big
They'd be
example.
foolish to stop.
Like a big example of the worst version of it though is like Fallout 76. Like that was so bad.
Oh yeah, I've watched. I never played it because I thought it looked awful. But yeah, I've watched some great videos on the Fallout of Fallout 76.
Did you see the one
Entertaining stuff.
that was a musical about it?
Uh, I don't think so.
It's I'll link it to you later. It's this guy does like a machinima style like animation on top of like the video, and it's just like a music about like how dirty Bethesda's gotten, and it's so accurate and it's so good.
Really sad. It was really sad to see because so many people. Yeah, like I remember the hype for Fallout 76 was massive. Everybody was so down for that. Their marketing for it was great. Like everybody was so hyped. What a shit show. And then the way they handled themselves afterwards. My God. My God.
Yeah, I was super hyped because I was like hoping for like that co-op experience of a big story where I can play like kind of role play with my friend, go through the
See, I knew,
story.
yeah, everybody was saying like, "Oh, you gonna role play? You gonna role play in Fallout 76?" I'm like, guys, it's not gonna really be like that type of game. I limited my expectations pretty well, so I didn't have a huge disappointment when it sucked. I kind of just looked at it and was like, "Told you so." So it didn't affect me really.
I didn't go for it either. I was a little sad just to see one of my favorite companies just go down like that, but it happens. Did you
Yeah,
see? I linked you that Skyrim Together mod though, where you can play with up to like 16 friends in Skyrim.
yeah, yeah,
That would be fun to do like a story in. Like I don't know,
yeah.
but
I didn't see. I don't know if I watched that full thing because can you like go on opposite sides of the map and
oh
still
yeah,
be
you
in the
can be in
same
different
section?
dungeons. You can be wherever in the world, and they've gotten
That's
really
pretty
good
cool.
on it. Like I played it a long time ago, with that mod, and there were some desync issues here and there. But you can put in your, as long as everybody has the same mod list, you got a good game right there, and it's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
imagine Skyrim survival. Oh, amazing that would do.
That'd be
One of
pretty
these
cool.
days, a good medieval type game will come out for survival.
I
Just need a
would.
development company to wake the fuck up and do it.
This is not that
When you,
popular, you know. That like Genre is not that popular.
but survival was huge. It was an up and coming new genre like 5 years ago with DayZ, 6 years ago, I guess now. It was good, and but then everybody got into it, and they made so many shitty games. Really sad, but I still have high hopes for the genre. It's still my favorite.
Yeah. I will. I would love to role play it, medieval, because like it's some of the best RP I think you could have. Role playing it from a simple farmer to up to like the godliest king who thinks he's God King, just like shit like that, you know. Uh,
Yeah, yeah. Well, I
I
mean, you can do anything. It's endless stories that can be made.
yeah, there's so much there. You could even just play the like yeah, there's endless. There's so many different story types you could go with that, and I would love to see that. If that came out, I would be on it right away, just
That was the
immediately.
great thing with Reign of Kings is they had great ways to torture other players that made it so fucking fun. You could put them on a guillotine, you could hang them, you could torture them. It was so good. You could put them in a hey, you could put them on a thing and whip them. You could just torture people. Fucking great.
I actually rewatched that video of yours recently, and I could tell you enjoyed whipping people like every chance you got.
Yeah, man, that's like my dream game is where I can torture people. It's amazing. Right now
uh,
in Red Dead, I just want them to implement. I want to be able to hang people. How cool would that be?
yeah, Backwoods was talking about that. He plays a character who's a dead collector. He's just like, bring out your dead. You know, he tries to get rid of all the dead bodies after like,
Bring out your dead Monty Python.
yeah. He plays this like old like black guy. He's just like, all right, throw them on the back of the car. We'll get them out of here. You know, put your dead back here, stuff like that. And this is
Yeah, he
great.
should just bring a cart over to the doctor's office. There's just always people's bodies in there.
I saw the aftermath because my character was worried about you and like the people who went that way. I wrote over there to get like an idea of who died, basically, and I wrote up there's like 10 corpses like laying
And
there.
in Rhodes, the Rhodes incident.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah, it
damn.
was a shit show. I,
I,
I unfortunately wasn't involved in the gunfight because I just got shot by some random dude right off the bat. Like we didn't open fire first; they just shot me.
I saw that and I
That
was like,
sucked.
oh, it sucks.
Yeah,
Uh,
it is what it is. I can't really fault him because I did point my gun, so it's like fair enough. Fair enough, I guess.
I did see that. That's why when people were hyping up in my chat and they're like, Mr. Moon just got shot off his horse. I'm like, I don't know that. Don't ruin that for me. I don't know that happened in character. And then I watched the VOD. I was like, well, he did point his gun.
Yeah, I did point the gun. That's why I never complained or anything about that. It's like, I pointed my gun.
It's
But
risky.
he would have shot. He would have shot. He would have shot if I didn't point my gun. I shouldn't have pointed my gun.
Yeah.
Because when I told him, she was like, "You're not my father." I was like, "I may not be your father, but I will be your daddy." He was already about to pull the trigger.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw the whole thing and I was like, damn.
I love pissing those people off. Oh, it's fucking great. Fucking great.
I can't wait to start playing My Bandit because he's gonna piss off so many people of robbing them on the road. They're gonna be like, you could go be a hunter or you can chop wood. I'm like, this is the life I live. I love the thrill of the hunt. Just stuff like that. Like he's not gonna no one's gonna
Yeah.
convince my guy to be a good guy. Maybe they could if they did their good enough job on RP, but he's no he likes being a bandit.
Yeah. Yeah.
um I've playing a little bit of the story. I played probably about like less than 5 hours, maybe about 5 hours of the story, and I'm a little worried if I keep playing it, I might get too many ideas from that game, like from the game itself, right there, where it's like then it won't be as original as my like ideas I get from just spontaneously playing, which is
Yeah, I can kind of see that, I guess, but it's something you got to experience. Everybody says so.
I'm playing through it slowly, but
Yeah, there's a lot of great stuff in there. It's a deep story, and there's so many side quests, and it's amazing. Amazing the amount of time and work they put into it.
I keep failing quests by accident because I shoot people because I'm like, oh, he's walking away now. Oh, shoot him back ahead. Oh, you failed the mission. I'm like, oh, can't shoot him in the back.
Whoops. do that.
I get a little too violent in the story mode because I hold it all in RP. I don't get to use it all. So if I story
Yeah.
mode and those NPCs, they don't know what's coming.
Poor NPCs.
If the NPCs had a life and you did a story for them, they'd be like, players keep coming here and they raid my family over and over and they've killed my dad 16 times. They don't understand the pain.
They don't. They're just NPCs, man. All right, you can't fault them.
They're stuck on a track. They can't leave it.
Poor bastards.
Living in an infinite hell. Never able to leave it. Being killed in the same quest weekly, if not daily.
There's a whole YouTube channel that does. I forget what they're called. It's something NPCs where they act out being an NPC in like in games,
I
like
watch them.
World of Warcraft. Yeah, it's pretty funny.
I watch them regularly. I actually follow their Twitch
Wait,
channel
what is it
finally
called?
too. Epic NPC Man or Viva La something.
Okay, yeah, that sounds right.
And yeah, they did a lot of good. Like I like my favorite videos is those ones, but when they do videos because I think they run a game store as well, and they role play like they're pretending to be like really shitty people at a game store, and then the guy's like, "Yeah, you're fired." He's like, "What? Why?" He's like, "Yeah, get out of here, bye." He's like, "Oh shit," or or the guy comes in, he's like, $2,000 for a bag. And he's like, oh, yeah, okay, I'll take a bag. And he's like actually serious about the $2,000 for the bag. And he's like,
Yeah.
he's like, no, this is gotta be a mistake here. I thought you were joking. He's like, the way you joked and laughed. And he's like, no, the bag's here on the sign says $2,000.
That's good stuff.
Yeah. What do you think the next like big RP game is gonna be like after Red Dead? Do you have like any inclination what it could be?
Nope.
Nope.
I hope something comes out of nowhere.
That's what I'm hoping too. I'm definitely gonna be hooked on um, Red Dead for a while. I have 1,000 character ideas to play through. Um,
Yeah, I mean, I hope something comes out of the woodwork, out of nowhere, and you're just like, oh shit, nice. A new game just dropped, Population Zero. I might check that out. It's a new survival game, but yeah, I don't see any RP stuff really happening with that. I think, yeah, I mean, like you just said, I'm totally into Red Dead right now, so
I would like to see
I
another
just want this
good.
to get better.
I do too. I think it's gonna get better, and it's already got that update that
Oh,
did
it is. Yeah,
that
yeah.
one update that did where you can do like more detail to your face and stuff like that. That like added so much.
Oh
Like,
yeah, people love it. People fucking love it. It's great.
did you see the fat guy running around for a bit? The really big fat guy in game.
Was he like abnormally fat? Or
He was pretty damn obese, like for a character. Like he had a
I
white
mean,
suit
I've
on.
seen quite a few big guys. I don't know.
Like
Was he bigger than them? Was it like a bug?
no, it was like I think it was before the update came out. They were testing it, I think, and a couple people got onto the server, and this guy was playing a really big guy, and like he looked at the guy who's like, "I'll pay you for a hamburger on Tuesday." That guy from like Popeye. He was big, and he was like going around talking to people, and it was hilarious because we had to role play him for a bit, and Charlie. I dared Charlie to rope him and try to pick him up, and he role played that you couldn't pick him up. That's how big he was. Yeah, I don't know if they just like didn't add that into the add-on, but I hope they added an obese character model in to the sliders because it was a sight to see, for sure.
Yeah. I'm just imagining they have you'll just get all sorts of clipping issues with the clothing and stuff.
Probably what it was. The suit he was wearing didn't seem to clip too much. I was watching him closely. I didn't see too much clipping, but there's
I
all.
mean, there's some big NPCs characters in Red Dead. So I'm assuming it'll probably eventually be like the GTA RP servers because on those you can pick the NPC characters, like all of them, which is really cool. But and they just have it so you basically can't use the clothing shop. You pretty much just have to be that NPC.
That kind of sucks, but I mean, if you want to be kind of unique and no one's choosing it, I mean that works out too.
Yeah, it works out, and the modders can add in variations of the clothing, change some of the colors, give you a little bit of variety with them. Uh, so yeah, and there's like hundreds and hundreds of them, so you can still be unique.
Yeah,
I'm sure that'll come eventually too.
yeah. I don't know what I'm not like good at modding or know much about it, so I'm always just amazed by what they bring out eventually. And I think there's gonna be a lot to good to come. Red Dead anyway.
Yeah.
Phantom's asking, what video is Moon most proud of?
Um, my most recent one, which was in Second Life, and yeah, I think that's yeah, no doubt, sure. I
I,
think that was. I don't know. I just think it was. It's got really good comedy in it and fun little story.
I watched that
And
one twice. That's how good it was.
I have a lot of people say that to me, and so I don't know. It doesn't have nearly as many views as my other videos, but yeah, I don't know. In my opinion, it's my best work. So yeah,
How long did that take you? Like, how much footage did you have to record for that? Like, how long did that take to
a
get through?
lot. We did a lot because I was first trying to create something in there, and at Vertigo, we hadn't really talked that much yet, so I was doing my own thing, and yeah, so we got a lot. It was yeah, it was well over a month. It's like a couple months of dicking around in there trying to figure things out.
It
And
was
then
a
it started to flow.
it
Yeah.
was, it was definitely like a real roller coaster. Like I was watching it, and as soon as the pacing changed to something else, it was still really good. And I was just like, I have no idea where this is going. I can like
Yeah,
the
I know, right? Like out of nowhere, all of a sudden, I'm trying to become a boxer. It's like, what the hell? How did it's like, okay. There's so many different things that happen in that, which make it interesting, I think. So
I love how the community came together for a bit, like where you guys were singing at uh, the donation thing, whatever it was. That whole bit where there was surprising. I was like, wow, it worked out pretty good. And I was expecting like when you guys were gonna do it again, it was gonna work out even better. And everyone was just like, fuck off, get out of here.
yeah. There was a whole nother time where we went and tried to earn tips in that, and I completely cut it out of the movie because it was so dumb. And the people there weren't really responding to us because we had some chick and we were trying to earn tips again. It was so stupid. We did a lot of dumb stuff in that. I just had her sit on, like I was pretending to be a magician, and I had her sit on a stool, and I was gonna make her disappear, and I just started slapping her ass, and I was like, be gone with you!" And she just teleported out of there, and it looked like she disappeared. It was so we didn't earn one linden in tips that night. It was awful, but
What
it
would you
was so
say
stupid.
your worst interaction like on that was?
My first day in the club, which is in the video, where I get that that fucking asshole kid.
You don't
It
have to
was
talk about it.
crazy.
And I know it was traumatizing. I could see it in your eyes.
No, but the thing is, I didn't put in like the majority of my interactions with that cocksucker because it was ongoing. Like he literally he would be messaging me all the time, like saying shit, and he was such a dickhead. It's like this guy is crazy. This guy's got problems.
He sounds like
And
the kind of guy who would stab you if he met you in person.
I was fucking with him real good. Like he told me where to meet. He told me what state he was from
Oh my.
and what town. And he's like, "Come and find me, motherfucker." Then you were talking like a tough guy. I was like, "I'll come and find you. Where you at?" I was dicking with him, and he sent me his town, and I went on Google Maps, and I was like, "Yeah, oh, you live there? I live here," and I put something like 20 miles away, so it'd be like realistic that I could
I
come meet
hope
him.
he drives out there.
Well, yeah, he gave me the gas station. I was like, "I'll be at the gas station." Like, we set up a time, we were gonna go fight. He's like, "Look for the guy with the motorcycle and the arrow tatted on his neck. That's me. Can't miss me." Yeah, it was crazy shit. I hope he was there's no it was just like I hope it was some just young kid, young and dumb, and that it actually isn't a man because it's really sad if that's an actual man.
Imagine if like he showed up and you're like, I need like just like start playing like, hey, I need some directions. I'm kind of lost. Like I just see like how it gets casual again. It'd be kind of funny. Just like, is it that corner? Or is it this corner? I'm lost. I'm trying to find the right
Yeah,
one.
yeah, yeah. It is silly, silly.
It's crazy how people do that over the internet. They get too into it anger wise or something. It never makes sense to me because
Yeah, well, it's it is. It is the whole anonymity thing where you can like say whatever the fuck you want without any consequences. People go wild.
What did you think of the movie? Did you comment anything on the movie after you posted it?
Yes, yes, I actually had to block him from the YouTube channel because he literally left like 50 comments in a line saying all this crap. Like he was, what the hell was he saying? I had to delete it just because it was like 50 comments just of all complete bullshit. Like, you paid for your subscribers. This is bullshit. You ain't a man. It was just like ridiculous. The same type of shit he was saying to me in the game. I was just like, oh my God, I'm just gonna block this idiot. Jesus Christ.
It sounds like he was real pissed then. I
The
mean,
funny part is last week me and Vertigo went to the club that I got banned from. Because since the video release, they've unbanned me now. And they have ad boards there on their walls. And Vertigo bought like 6 of them and just put up propaganda for my movie. So my face is all over that club now.
that's the
So
biggest fuck you right there to that
yeah,
guy.
I know. I can't. I would pay to see his reaction when he goes in there next and sees all that shit.
All of his friends are like, dude, like guys, you're like, if he played it off well, if you know, like I can understand him being angry, but dude, like in a way, he's kind of like funny, famous for that. Like he could have for
Yeah, but
himself.
that's the thing. He has no sense of humor. Like he doesn't understand it at all. He's on a whole different level. Like he's crazy. He's fucking crazy. And well, I forget what I was gonna say. And it's just silly. It's just silly, man.
Yeah,
Fucking crazy.
I I wish I could have seen it like firsthand because like when people go off the
Oh,
rails
just
like
go
that,
in there,
it's
man. You'll get an experience like that. I guarantee it. Go in there.
I go in there, you never see me on Red Dead again. Just
Nobody ever sees you on the internet again. You're gone.
I turn my webcam on and like my beard is like down to my like waist, just like I've been here for 67 years and I don't think I could ever leave. I have a wife, a family, kids. See the doll I'm holding? This is my child here. Like that one guy in your
Yeah,
video.
paid 5,000 lindens for this kid. Follows me around everywhere. It's a real person.
He doesn't shit or puke though, which is nice. Uh,
But he could if I wanted him.
all I gotta tell him on command. uh, do you have a movie coming together? Any for any other stuff coming up?
We are in the process of doing stuff for another Second Life one. And I really want to do something else to have in between that. Because YouTube and stuff doesn't like Second Life content really. But I don't know. I'm still mulling over some ideas. I don't know. I feel like it switches every week because I was playing a lot of Last Oasis a couple weeks ago, and I was like, well, I could do something in this. But I was working with Vertigo mostly and kind of just helping out with his videos. So, I would love to do stuff in Red Dead. My only issue with it is it's hard to record and stream at the same time. Because I like having my graphics really nice, and yeah, it's taxing on the PC. So I don't know. I might be able to figure a way out to where I can do it, but it's hard.
I've noticed that I've been streaming and recording at the same time, and I haven't figured out how to like do a separate like setup where I can like just record the gameplay without my Twitch overlay and stuff like that. It's like been kind of weird with like having to cut out like sound effects for like donations and things like
Yeah,
that.
that's something well, in every other game I've played, I have it to where it's, everything you see on the stream is actually in the recording. But you can, if you have your overlays that pop up and they're small enough, if they pop up in an important scene, you can just expand the video and have it like a zoom in, so it's
Okay.
not on the screen. You can work around it in editing. And if it's a sound effect, I mean, if the sound effects are really becoming an issue, change your Twitch sound effects so they're not so abrasive or noticeable. Like I have mainly like impact noises for mine now where they're like doosh or something like that. So
I'll
like if it's in a video recording, people don't even notice it, or you can put something over it, and it just works together.
I turned off most of them because one of them kicked me into trouble. Because it wasn't getting me in trouble for a while, but it was I forget what it's called. I have like the sexy saxophone guy playing the saxophone, and I had the sound effect along with it, and then it got
Mhm.
copyrighted, and then whenever I would
Oh
upload it, and
God.
in my editing process, if I missed that 1 second where it was just popped up for a second, the whole video is demonetized. I was like, gotta go back and figure out where that happened at. And like in the 12, I'm not that thorough. I try to be thorough, but sometimes I just 12 hours of footage is just like I've cut down so much to get down to this like hour. And compared to
Yeah, that's the
you,
thing. I've gotten to the point where it's YouTube is such a thing where I stopped caring about whether it gets monetized or not. It's just if you make a good enough video and people watch it, um, fuck the ad revenue. Honestly, it's like if it's good, the people will come into your live stream and support you there. Honestly,
all right, because I was thinking
they work
about
hand in hand.
because I wanted some good music that like I could just put in that fits the scene, but I'm like always stressed about like
Just fucking do it, man. You're not gonna get a strike on your channel for using copyrighted music. They'll put ads on it and they'll collect the money from it. That's all they do.
okay.
That's the only thing that's gonna happen.
I was mainly actually worried about getting a strike. That was
Yeah, you
like
don't get
the
a strike. No, you don't get a strike for doing that. I mean, like I used the whole Rocky theme in my newest video because I knew YouTube wasn't gonna monetize it just for being a Second Life game because they treat it like it's porn.
so then
So
my next video I'll just fucking throw some good music in that really fits the scene
do
well
it.
because
I
I'm
mean, do it. Like it's kind of like fuck it. If you find some really good music, I mean, there's amazing music out there, and if you're not worried about copyright, then you can use whatever the hell you want, really.
there's like some scenes like I know what I want there, but I just can't put it in because my thought on it before. I'll try that out for sure. But yeah, that makes me more
Yeah,
excited.
yeah. I know. You're like, oh shit, I can use some Hans Zimmer now.
I can like really get into a certain situations and be like, this is the perfect sound for this scene right here, and it comes together well. Um,
Yeah,
I lost what we were talking about earlier because I kind of forgot. I had something I want to say on it, but I forgot.
lots of things.
So much.
Well, your last question to me was the video about a video.
Oh, I remember now. I just bought what's that game you were playing with like all the people and the big moving wooden machines? What's that one
Wait, say
called?
that again? Oh,
Last
Last
Oasis.
Oasis.
Yeah, I finally got it. I'm trying to get into it because I just wanted to be part of an army so bad and just like war cry into battle because that looks
Yeah,
like so much fun. I was watching you play it the other day, and you're like your entire like fleet's behind you. You guys are like going in for the kill. I'm
everyone's
like,
shouting blood. Yeah, we were going nuts.
yeah,
It's so fun. I enjoy it. I enjoy it.
it looks so much fun. I got it. I don't know how to play it, but I think I'm gonna spend some time like trying to play this through the tutorial. So next time you play it, I'll just like hop on and be like, take me into your army, Lord. Just like
Join it up, man. We have no recruiting process really. You show up, you want to join, we let you in for the most part.
awesome. I can't wait to be part of the horde and see the. Have you guys had any like big like pretty equal fights yet?
Yeah, the last stream I did was good. At the end of it, we had uh some great battles in the open sands where well, we actually outnumbered them, so that probably helped in our favor and made it more fun, but it was good fun. It was fun. It was a lot of fun. There's a lot of times where I went down and there's a time period where your guys can pick you back up. And I was like, oh God, they're gonna finish me off. And then my boys come rolling in and starts, fucking attacking and save me and get me up. It was just like epic shit.
When I was watching it, I was like, you guys are like a bunch of red ants, just like swarming people and like ripping apart the machines and like collecting the supplies
Yeah,
and
we
moving on.
became everything we hated because it sucks when you're trying to play that game. We were really gonna try and just be a small group and just see how long we could survive. And that lasted about like a week or two. And then we're like, yeah, all right, let's form a fucking army. Fuck it.
Yeah, the last thing I saw was I watched for a bit one night, and it was like you guys were complaining about like now that you're a big army, you're not finding any other big armies. I have no idea how the map works. Do you guys like teleport between cones or something like that? Is that how it works?
Well, are you familiar with Atlas and their server setup?
I've
You know Atlas?
I've watched a little bit, but I'm not familiar at all.
Yeah, well, they basically have a shit ton of servers. So each Oasis is its own separate server. So when you travel to another oasis, they have these maps. They're decent size, and you travel to the outskirts, and you need to have a bunch of water on your walker to make the next jump point to another server. So you basically travel to different servers, across the world. It's like Vertigo's girlfriend. She created her character on an Australian server, and then she wanted to meet up with us, and so she traveled across every oasis for like a day to get to the Northeast servers, and she
Imagine
eventually made it.
how the people feel like they're on that cone that they've been safe on for weeks, and then your horde shows up just over the hillside there, and everyone's shouting for blood, and you're coming down the hillside. It's dust behind you guys. It's fucking scary, I bet.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a wild game. It's cool. It's cool. It's definitely one of the better survival games that have come out in the past, 6 years. Honestly, it's cool. It's got different aspects to it. It's got a lot of unique things about it that I like.
It seems
So yeah,
really,
I've been having fun with it
it seems
for
like
sure.
really different because like it's the amount of people you can have in a battle. Like, is there any limit? Is there any upper limit at all, or?
Yeah, the servers, I believe they cap out at 100 players. So people trying to come onto the server, if there's already 100 people on, will be put in a queue.
And
And so yeah,
so is the server like all the cones you go to, like the different
yeah, the like
areas?
the little hexes.
There's only 100 people throughout that area, and like if you jump into it, there can only be so many people in that area.
Yep.
If you got 100 man army, then you can't fight anybody. That's probably why you can't find people sometimes.
Well, it's yeah. I mean, yeah, you can't take your whole hunt. Yeah, it's not going to be 100 versus 100 battle. So
It's pretty
I mean, you
early,
can take
right?
half them. Very early, yeah.
I wonder if they'll
What
like
has it
up
been
it.
like a month? I think in early access,
It'd be cool to
maybe a little over a
see.
month.
It'd be cool to see like a survival game of the MMO status of like character, like able to have like 1,000 people in one spot.
I know. Well, yeah, that's the fucking dream. It's just the technology isn't there yet with, bandwidth and shit and then the lag and it's just we're not there yet.
Even in World of Warcraft, when you get 1,000 people together, it gets really, really, really laggy. Uh,
Yep.
I remember one time I was playing WoW back a couple of years ago during Wrath of the Lich King. It was the first time they had that big battle where you had like everybody on the server could be there for Winter Grasp. And I remember my first day on there, I was standing behind the walls, and you see the walls just flexing because like the enemy like tanks are coming up to it, and like there's a whole entire army on the other side of the wall. And then as soon as the battle started, the game crashed. Like ever,
Yeah.
there's so many people, it's ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, watch guys like Asmongold on Twitch. They get like thousands of people fucking following them, and then they can't do anything. The lag just takes over.
I watched some of his PvP stuff where he was PvPing in vanilla WoW, and like everybody would try to stream snipe him to show up to the battle, and just turns on to his madness.
Yeah, it's wild, wild stuff.
Well, we're coming to the end of the podcast. We've got 7 minutes left. Things
Okay.
you got going on, things that you want to talk about, get the spotlight.
Nope.
Nope.
Nah, I'm just kidding.
That's a cool. Goodbye.
I
Just
know. Red Dead's fucking awesome. I love Red Dead. I can't wait to do more shit. I love your character in Red Dead. It's fucking amazing. I think everybody in your chat loves Nick. I love how you stay true to the character. And yeah, and we didn't talk about it. I found you on YouTube doing DayZ back when I was creating my last DayZ video. I was looking on YouTube for RP stuff, and I came across yours. I was like, "Oh, damn, this guy's voice is amazing." And I was watching a lot of your little videos, and I thought they were pretty damn cool.
I
And I saw
appreciate
you're on
that.
DayZ RP, and I was like, "Oh shit, maybe I'll run into this guy sometime." And then I forget you might have messaged me on Discord or something when we had our first interaction, and yeah, man, it was just it was cool to meet you, and I like how we didn't plan to meet up in Red Dead. It kind of just organically happened, and our stories are a bit intertwined right now. And I'm just, it's been fun, and I can't wait to see where these stories go.
Organic RP is the best RP though. Anyways, and I appreciate that a lot. I do. Um, Speaking of Daisy RP though, the biggest thing I was hoping for during that was I had a fight club called the Den of Vice on the Daisy RP, and I was I couldn't wait to see like you getting like hung low to fight as like a main boxer or something like that. I was like, that'd be kind of I thought that'd be a really cool video to see that happen, but unfortunately, you guys had different things going on, and
Oh yeah, hung low, yeah. Fucking hung low.
I
Yeah, that's
I
great.
I shortly permed after though after the conversation because like a bunch of crazy things happened in character, and I tried killing someone because like they were threatening my friends, but I was like in the perfect position behind them, but I was too close to them, so my gun was in my mouth basically, and I was like shit, and they turned around and killed me. I was like I'll just perma
Yeah,
through
that
that,
sucks. Yeah,
and
it sucks when the physics of the game what make your gun point up because you're too close to
yeah.
like a wall. Yeah.
And I wasn't used to that yet because like I haven't been PvPing much, so I totally forgot about it. And yeah, he hit me with his gun, backed up and shot me. I was like, shit, I learned my lesson there. But yeah,
Good.
I look forward to see where our story goes on not TRZ, Red Dead Redemption, because there's so much in play right now. I'm not even gonna say what's gonna go on because I like to leave it up to as much what's it called organics can go onto it, but there's so much in play all over the place right now, and I can see the RP going in so many different directions.
Well, that's the beauty of the RP is like you can't even say where it's gonna go because you don't know yourself.
Yeah, and you can't force it
So
either. Forcing it only makes things worse for yourself, honestly. Like,
yeah, you can't. I mean, you get ideas in your mind where you think you want it to go, and then sometimes it's just so much better when it goes like the opposite way you wanted because it's all organic and it makes it that much more entertaining.
yeah. Um, well, that's about the end of the podcast. I have one thing I want to say to the chat. If you guys need the RP and you want any advice, just message me on Discord. I'll give you guys some advice for like if you're new to RP and you want some like tips on how to get into a character. Because I see there's a lot of new people on all kinds of servers, and I'm always willing to reach out instead of just being like you're bad. I'd rather just reach out and be like, hey, try this out. Um, thank you, Mr. Moon, for the podcast. I appreciate it, man. And
Of course, man, no problem.
I'll see you in game.
All right, man. Thanks for having me.
Thank you.